A kilometer from the surface, beyond the reach of the sun, a giant black void, larger than all the rest of the world's habitats combined. There's life here, but not as we know it. Alien-like creatures produce dazzling displays of light. Nearly all animals need to attract mates and repel predators. This language of light is so widespread here that these signals are probably the commonest form of communication on the entire planet. And yet, we still know little about them. Hunters illuminate themselves and, by doing so, attract inquisitive prey. This is fangtooth. It has the largest teeth for its size of any fish. There are pressure sensors all over its head and body, which can detect anything moving in the surrounding water. It's the midnight zone's most voracious fish, but prey use light as a distraction, a decoy of luminous ink. Down here in this blackness, creatures live beyond the normal rules of time. Siphonophores are virtually eternal. They repeatedly clone themselves, some eventually growing longer than a blue whale. Down here, it snows. Continuous clouds of organic debris drift slowly down from above. This is food, and a whole variety of filter feeders depend on it. Jellyfish and delicate sea cucumbers. The 1% of marine snow they miss eventually settles on the seafloor. Over millions of years, it forms a layer of mud up to a kilometer thick. It's an empty plain that covers half the surface of our planet. The deep seabed may at first appear lifeless, but it's home to a unique caste of mud dwellers, the sea toad. It is an ambush predator with an enormous mouth and infinite patience. This fish has been living for so long here that its fins have changed into something more useful: feet. They help it shuffle about on the seafloor. The flapjack octopus. It hovers just above the surface of the mud as it delicately sifts through it, searching for worms. But it can jet away at the first sign of danger. Every night, a staggering 1,000 million tons of sea creatures ascend from the deep ocean, all in search of food near the surface. They graze on the phytoplankton, taking advantage of the cover that darkness provides. But even then, they're far from safe. Other marine hunters are quick to follow, some traveling up from hundreds of meters below. And then, at dawn, the entire procession retreats, returning to the safety of the dark depths once again. If you want to find the greatest number and variety of animals that communicate with light, you have to go to the darkest place on Earth, somewhere far beyond the reach of the sun's rays, where human beings hardly ever go, to the depths of the ocean. This is the Johnson Sea Link. At the front, it has an array of remotely controlled television cameras and searchlights. I'm sitting beside the pilot in the transparent bubble in the middle, and the whole craft is massively strengthened to withstand the huge pressures of the depths. As we go down, it gets darker and darker. The water is thick with small floating organisms. At 600 feet, the water outside is 20 times atmospheric pressure. The temperature is within a few degrees of freezing, and we are far beyond the reach of the sunshine. So you might think in such a hostile environment, there would be very few animals living. But watch this. The chorus of lights is being made by hundreds of small, deep-sea creatures, which are flashing in response to my light. And now, if I turn on the lights of the submersible, we may catch a glimpse of one of these strange, deep-sea creatures as it drifts by. The pilot has remote controls for the camera outside the sub to search for them in the blackness. This is a comb jelly as big as a football. It's been nicknamed Big Red, but it has yet to be given a proper name. It's new to science. Another new, undescribed comb jelly. Although specimens have been brought to the surface, it's only been seen alive through the windows of deep-sea craft like this. It uses a pair of long, retractable tentacles to catch fish. A jellyfish solmissus, 2 feet across, which, in spite of the changes of pressure, sometimes swims quite close to the surface. Kiohimea, another comb jelly, one that is surrounded by gauzy skirts. But for the most sensational spectacle, you have to turn the lights of the submarine off, a jellyfish outlined by its own pulsing illuminations. A squid, its lights moving as its body throbs. Displays like this may serve for defense or to send messages. No one knows, and most spectacular of all,